Hey everyone, Giraffe here. This is my first time recording my voice. It's kinda nervous since I'm not very confident with my voice, but since this is a 13 minutes video, I think it'll be much more interesting to talk about what kind of process I went through while drawing this fan art. By the way, I just came back from Italy. I was on a family trip for 10 days and, well, I got a cold while at it. So please understand my raspy, tired voice because I really can't talk louder than this. And this video is 3 months late. My uploading schedule is messy, I know, but please know I'm not gone, I'm always around. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first step I want to talk about is base coloring. I already imagined Luz wearing something that'll look cozy, like she would have a lot of brown, orange, and green, all very warm toned. And for her fashion style, I wanted her to wear some kind of jacket and have a retro vibe to it, so a striped shirt is a must. In this part, you can see I'm struggling with her hat color because I wanted her hat to have somewhat childish, colorful feelings to it, but also didn't want the colors to pop a lot, so I'm just trying to find the correct color combination to match her overall color palette. You'll see me struggling with colors a lot even after this. Next is her jacket and her shirt, and again you'll see me keep changing the color of her shirt. Even though this fan art was for Christmas, I didn't want the character's clothes to scream Christmas and have red and green all over the place. I just wanted very chill, warm winter, cozy vibes to it. So my goal was to just know that it's winter season and not specifically Christmas. I just didn't want characters to wear Christmas clothes because we can achieve those through interior design, which we'll get into it later on. And I'm still struggling. Now gloves. Same with her shirt, still struggling to find the right color. And you can see I tried to match green with red like Christmas, but ended up just not doing that. I wanted her gloves to have stripes or some kind of patterns too, but decided not to do that since it would lose focus on her face. I actually like this process. You get to see which color will fit more well with that character you're drawing, and also it feels like whatever you've imagined in the past, like what would she look like in purple or red, you get to see exactly that and slowly realize why the current creators chose that specific color palette for that character. For Amity, I wanted her to have dark purple, pinkish colors with a white cardigan or a coat, so it was much easier to choose her color than Luz. Amity's fashions in the show, I feel like her main color is purple, and I wanted to keep that. At first I thought of having mint colored clothes, but then it felt like dark purple would fit her personality more well. More calmer, somewhat has mature feeling than Luz. Of course, she's not more mature than her, but it just feels right. You can see I tried brighter tones for her, but stuck with darker tones. Now we're on to backgrounds. For backgrounds, I draw very messy sketches, then just get right into drawing objects and details, because for backgrounds, usually all you need is a straight line tool, so unlike drawing humans, you don't need multiple attempts to clear sketch lines over and over again, which I don't really like. Which one do you think is more difficult, backgrounds or characters? Let me know. For me, I enjoy drawing characters more. I don't really like this process, to be honest. But backgrounds create or enhance a certain mood or concept you're going for, so it is important and it immediately makes your art look more finished. can see under the couch, I snuck some small buy sticker on the box. It's very small. But then I realized when I turned on the character layer, it's covered by Amity's foot, so I had to think of somewhere else. This part was kinda tedious to do. It's the same process over and over again. And you'll see I'm gonna draw a flannel pattern right after this, and I like drawing flannel, but sometimes it kind of frustrates me, but still, it's fun to draw, but it does make you feel like you have become a machine. We're still in background coloring. Let me speed up this process a little bit faster. Enjoy. A buy candle. Finally, I found a perfect place. This part is where I change the color of the outlines. Recently, I really like fan arts that have bold black outlines but have different color lines, usually brown or purple on the inside. So I'm trying to do exactly that. This is where I realized while going through multiple layers, I guess I combined the star object's line layer with the color layer all together while drawing it. So I had to redraw the stars all over again in a different layer. Sometimes the mistakes happen. It's not something new, but still very frustrating. If you look closer, you'll see there's an Azura poster on the back. We're now adding shadows. This is where I feel more excited, not liking it, but just excited because this means I'm almost done with this piece. My drawing is not realistic. I usually like just one simple base color with one layer of shadows. So doing this part means I'm 80% finished. I'm not really good at lighting. I don't really know well about shadows, especially adding shadows on clothes, but I tried my best. We're so close to finishing it. Now it's adding highlights. I like this part quite a lot. This part is where your character's pupils come to life, make them look more lively, and for this art, since it doesn't really have that many details, adding highlights makes art look a bit more finished. But I think adding highlights is hard too because adding too much will easily make your art look messy. As a kid, I used to add highlights all over the place, like on the chin or even knees, and don't get me started on hair. Too much. It was too much. I think I still add some amount of highlights on chins, but with a bit darker color. I used to use only white highlights. And now I'm trying to find what kind of color tint and lighting will fit this set more well. After doing this, I realized if you look at this from far away, you can barely see the characters, so I decided to make outlines a bit more bold. I really enjoyed this process. I think it's because part of me really like ink arts too. I actually did ink pen drawing when I was preparing for college. That was fun. But man, I spilled so much ink on the floor and my pants. That was a disaster. Now I'm adding shadows to the backgrounds. I don't really have anything to say on this part, so let me speed this up. Lighting. Adding some glow to make it more polished. I imagined it was late afternoon when the sun was setting, so I added a lot of yellow with a purplish red tint. And now it's all done. You might be thinking, why do the colors look so different? It's because at the end of the recording, I forgot to turn on all the layers like tint layers and all different kinds of color layers I previously mentioned, and only turned on the glow layers, so that's why. This final look we have here is actually how it looks when I turn on all the layers. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this art, just like all the other YouTubers say, please like and subscribe. Your support helps me a lot. Thanks for watching.